All right, so another month has come and gone, which means it's time for another market update for HRM real estate, this time from January 1st all the way up to May 31st. So far this year, we've had 1,879 sales in Halifax, which is down 25.5% from this time last year. And these sales sold for an average of just under $559,000, which is down 3.2% from this time last year. And current market time, on average, we're looking at 28 days on average to sell a house, and this is double the amount of time that it took last year, which was 14 days. And just remember, this is an average overall, and there's some listings that are sitting on the market which are bringing up this average, but the reality is a lot of homes are selling in 4 or 5 days or less, as they're holding offers for multiple offers and they're getting them, so they're taking very little time to sell. And currently we have about 1.3 months of listing inventory on the market, which is half a month more than this time last year. And even though we have a lot more, we are still very much in a seller's market right now. So I'm going to get way more into these stats. I'm going to break down what it really means in our day-to-day dealings with buyers and sellers. But before I do, if you're new here, my name is Andrew Stevens, and I've been a Halifax realtor for about 9 years now. And if you want to be educated on the Halifax real estate market, then this is the channel for you. So hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. If you're curious about making a move in Halifax, or if you want to chat about the market, you can reach out to me anytime in the calendar link below in my description at a time when it's convenient for you. So yes, we are down year over year in both average sale price and in terms of sales volume in the HRM. And this is for year-to-date numbers from January 1st to May 31st. But if you look at the numbers for just May alone, it's really not as bad as it looks. Now remember, last year we had a really hot start to the year and then things tapered off. And this year we were a little bit slower starting, but now we're really picking up steam. So if I look at May 2023 to May 2022, this year in May, we're down about 17% sales volume compared to last year in May, but sale prices are actually up 2.4%. So last year in the month of May alone, the sale price average was about $558,000 across the HRM, and this year in May of 2023, it was almost $572,000. So again, up 2.4%. So what are we seeing in the Halifax real estate market? Well, as it's been the last few months, it is very, very tough for buyers out there, especially the ones looking at the $600,000 range and less. So in May, 53% of the homes that have sold for over the asking price, for an average of about $34,000 over the asking price, and 65% of the homes sold at asking or over. So what does this mean? Well, if you're a buyer, you're definitely going to be looking at some competing offer situations depending on what you're looking for and what budget you're looking in. But based on these numbers, you basically have a 53% chance of competing right now in the HRM. And both of those numbers are the highest we've seen so far this year, and they've been increasing every month since January. So as a comparison, in April, we saw about 48% of the homes sell for over the asking price, for an average of $28,500 over the asking price, compared to now in May, 53% selling over asking price, for an average of about $34,000 over. And today, June 7th, the Bank of Canada kind of surprised a lot of people, and they hiked the interest rates by 25 basis points. Now, this is not a huge concern in my opinion, but it will be interesting to see the way this affects the market going forward. For example, I think it's really going to affect buyer confidence, as this has been rising over the last few months, and now all of a sudden we have this rate hike, which might cause some buyers to put the brakes on a little bit and see how this is going to play out. And I think even though it's not going to affect people's purchasing power that much, what it does affect is their overall confidence in the market and the stability of the market, and they're going to be worried about rates going up further now that this has happened again. And this is not really that much of a surprise, and as we know, the Bank of Canada has been really kind of all over the place with telling us one thing and doing another, and this is really no different. And I think in reality here, the big thing that we learned today is that we don't know what's coming until it comes. Even a ton of economists all over Canada were saying they weren't going to hike rates right now, but guess what? They did. So it'll be interesting to see how that affects the market going forward. But in my opinion, I don't think it's going to affect it too much. And let's face it, we're seeing 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 or 12 offers on a lot of listings right now, especially under that $600,000 range. And because of that, even if 30% of the buyers drop out of the market tomorrow, we're still going to have competing offers on a lot of listings. So with the amount of listing inventory we have and the amount of demand we have in our marketplace in Halifax, it's not going to change anytime soon, in my opinion, unless we see a more drastic rate hike in the future. So for buyers, you're in tough, and you probably will be for quite some time. And the reality is you're likely going to be competing for most listings that you're looking at. So it is really important to be pre-approved and have all your ducks in a row so you can make your offer stand out as good as possible with a good price point, with a pre-approval letter, with short condition dates because you're already pre-approved and all that kind of stuff. So if you're looking to buy a home, it is definitely a very difficult time to do so in the HRM, one of the toughest in the history of the Halifax real estate market. So if you're looking for a realtor, don't hesitate to reach out to us. through our Calendar link below, because it's certainly not something that you should be taking lightly. And for sellers, what does this mean for you? Well, it means that if you price your property accordingly to where it should be in the market and you price it a little bit on the aggressive side, you're very likely to get multiple offers, which will push your price up over the asking price. And in reality, the sale prices are looking pretty good. They're back almost up to where they were at the peak in April last year, so it didn't take too long to get back up there. But my point is, it is an extremely good time to sell a home in Halifax. So if you're thinking about selling and you're curious to see what your home is worth, don't hesitate to reach out to us in the Calendar link below in the description. So if you're still here watching and you got any value out of this video, all I ask is that you smash that like button and you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future content, and that'll also help this push out to more people like you who might be interested in being educated on the Halifax real estate market. And if you're still here watching, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. We'll keep you updated every month going forward, as we always do. And until next time, take care and thanks for watching.